Not me in Costco the day before we leave for Buffalo because I've suddenly realized that I don't have an appropriate jacket. This was the predicted weather and I was not ready. When I married the man, I married his team and I guess I'm embracing it. We went to Buffalo in September 2014, September 2015, September 2021, and we saw them play in September earlier this year. Do you see a pattern here? Because I do. Last year, he went on to go to 4 more games in Buffalo, including one in January, but I could never. I said I'd never go to a Buffalo Bills game past September, and yet here we were on our way to a Buffalo Bills game past September. He offered his ski pants if I felt like I needed them. Yes, it closed. I shoved everything in my suitcase and we were ready to go.
I'm going to use the flight deck off the Buffalo.
It actually didn't feel that cold the day we got there, but it didn't last. Obligatory room tour. Even if we only have a day or two outside of game day, we always try to find something fun to do in Buffalo or the Buffalo adjacent area. This time we decided to check out the waterfront. I thought these old Navy ships were cool, and then I found out that for $18 we could go inside, and I was all in. 2 ships and 1 submarine have been donated to Buffalo to be used as museums. We started out in the USS The Sullivans, which is the smaller of the 2 ships, and was in service between the years of 1943 and 1965. It served in World War II and the Korean War. This ship was named after 5 brothers who were all stationed on the USS Juneau and lost their lives when it was sunk during World War II in 1942. To this day, it is still the single greatest wartime sacrifice of any American family. This ship actually started sinking in April. They pumped out 1 million gallons of water and got funding to do some repairs to keep it afloat. The second ship of the tour is the USS Little Rock, which was in service from 1945 to 1976. This ship is huge. We spent most of our time in this one. The floor is marked with yellow lines and arrows telling you which way to go, but after a while I had no idea where we were anymore. There were so many doors, hallways, and areas to explore. Oh, so this is what it is like now. So your storage is under your bed. Really, have the mattress? That's it. Oh, that's... A few areas were blocked off, but most of the ship was open for us to see on our own. They also offer audio, guided, and curated tours. Oh my gosh. You don't get a mattress, you get a canvas tarp. Basically what you got. Thicker bed. Little campers coming to spend the night on that ship. Sounds like a nightmare to me. So here's the plan. We're gonna start over here, and then we're gonna make our way past the Ligurian Sea, all the way down here. Okay? We're gonna have to fit through this channel. And our main objective is to end up over here. Istanbul. Ready? Let's go. I have no idea where we are.
When they drag the ship?
Okay, so you're gonna execute my plan?
Yeah, we're driving.
That's what you've been hired to do.
Driving.
So I need you to do it. On to Istanbul. supposed to be?
Pantry.
Pantry. This submarine is called the USS Croker. It was in service from 1944 to 1946, and it did serve in World War II. Every section we went into just got smaller and smaller. I can't imagine living in such tight quarters for a long period of time and being miles underneath the sea. Found another toilet. Okay, it's really tight in here. My shoulders barely fit. Missile, torpedo. We spent a good hour and a half wandering around those ships. It was so interesting and really fun. We try to go to Mulberry's in Lackawanna every time we visit Buffalo. This time we waited too late and couldn't get a reservation. We figured if we showed up right when they opened for dinner, we could at least sit at the bar. But we got a table. Lasagna is much bigger than I remember, but just as good, so delicious. A to-go box was very necessary. I love going to bars in Buffalo. I'm always shocked and so pleasantly surprised at how cheap the drinks are. $10 for 2 mixed drinks is unheard of. Even after happy hour, the prices were still good. And once again, we ran into a bunch of friendly people to chat with, and we ended up with 3 sets of free drinks. Mulligan's Brick Bar was awesome. I loved the vibe, and the music was so fun. I was cheer dancing the whole time. I read online that the place is for sale. I hope the next buyers don't change too much. We checked out Old Pink for a bit.
Let's go, Buffalo!
Peach cobbler, or no, apple cobbler from Gian.
You got ice cream, I got cobbler.
Yep. Dessert. 30s. Okay. Dessert in bed. No. Game day starts early and involved a lot more clothes than the last game we went to. I'm usually freezing in the 50s, so this was going to be a challenge. Electric socks. I didn't wear the ski pants, but only because I knew that I only had to make it to the stadium and back. It was cold. My upper body was very warm, and it wasn't awful, but my legs were pretty cold. There is no difference in tailgating between when it's cold and when it's not. They just add more clothes and fire pits. Bills fans are always ready to come out and support, no matter what the weather conditions. Seeing all these wild and crazy for Bills fans never gets old. It's loud, it's rowdy, it's fun. Everyone just bundles up and gets on with it. I love the energy. I love being part of it. We just don't have anything remotely like this where I live. I'm not gonna lie. When I found out that club seats were a thing, I insisted on it. I truly did not know if it would be possible for me to survive otherwise. You gotta cut me some slack. I'm from California. I didn't want to be miserable, and if warmer seats were an option, I had to take it. And my, oh my, was it nice and toasty up there. finally found out where they're hiding all the good food and drinks at Highmark Stadium. They had a bar. I got wine. I don't remember these options being available to me in the metal bench seats. You can't really tell on camera, I don't think, but the first snowfall of the year happened mid-game. It was not a good day for Buffalo. Josh Allen was nursing a shoulder. He didn't do his best. Some of the coaching calls didn't work out, and their second half game has not been the greatest. When we went into overtime, the crowd was the quietest I'd ever heard. Everyone was on edge. They fought through overtime and then just couldn't make it happen. Final score, 30-33. It was a long, cold, sad walk to the car.
Bummer. Tough loss. Definitely the coldest I've been in a long time.
It's disappointing when your team doesn't win, period, let alone when you travel for it. But what are you going to do? It happened, and you got to move on to the next game. Let's not forget that it's been a good season. The season ain't over till it's over, and the Bills Mafia never gives up. It turns out that we made it out of Buffalo just in time. 77 inches of snow, and next Sunday's game got moved to Detroit. And they won the next 3 games in a row. Another fun trip to Buffalo. Good to know that I can survive a game in November, but I think I'll be sticking with September in the future. October at the latest.